Hey to everybody, we're back with another episode of T-Bird Talk with Schlabs and Sid the Kid. I'm super happy to have Sid here again. We had a super busy week this last week with a ton of events. We had a couple of big East Central games. That was a ton of fun. Thunderbird Nation showed out like crazy with the East Triad night, faculty recognition night, recognized youth football teams as well as Cary Junior High's football team that went undefeated this year and just had a fantastic year. And so we're super excited to have everybody back on T-Bird Talk. We had a busy week last week, so we kind of missed a week with our episode as we're still trying to figure out and improve the show. But we're excited to be back and have a lot of action for you in today's podcast. So last week we had a big cross-country meet. We don't have very many cross-country meets here at East High School, or in Cheyenne, I should say. And Cheyenne East hosted the Leroy Sprague, the 2021 Leroy Sprague cross-country tournament on a beautiful Friday, last Friday. It was awesome. It was a beautiful day. The golf course was great. Huge shout-out and thanks to our coaches, Coach Fournier especially, and for setting up the course and getting things ready. They did an amazing job. And some of our best results, I'm going to go over some of our top results for the cross-country invite now. For the cross-country for the Leroy Sprague, our girls team finished second with the top tip finishes by Yenis Renault and Michaela Trujillo. Yenis became the 9th fastest girl in school history, so what a super job by her. Had a super meet, great job. The boys team finished third, led by Jonathan Christensen in 6th place. Overall, 18 people on the team ran lifetime or season best. So our cross-country team continues to put in the work and have great results week in and week out and continuing to improve. Heading into conference this week. Okay, here's some results from our girls swim team. The girls swim team was at South on Friday. In the 200-yard free, Sid Sawyer finished 6th. Shannon Bailey was 8th. In the 200-yard IM, Caitlin Tompkins, was 10th. In the 50-yard free, Addison Bollinger was 10th. On diving, Georgia Yates finished 5th over at South, so great job to her. In the 100-yard free, Sydney Sawyer was 4th. In the 500-yard free, we had Shannon Bailey coming in at 6th and Addison Bollinger at 9th. We did have a good relay here at the 200-yard free relay. Our Lady T-Birds finished 5th. That team consisted of Alexandra Smock, Sydney Sawyer, McCready Jackson, and Shannon Bailey. In the 100-yard breast, Denali Bronder finished 10th. And so overall, a good weekend. Like our cross-country runners, our swim team continues to grind, getting better. That we have some young kids that are new to the pool, and these kids face more adversity than any team in the city. We do not have a pool for them. So as I've said in a previous podcast, they travel to East and Central to practice. They do morning practices on dry land here. And so they never complain. They just kind of get out there and do what's expected of them and continue getting better. So great job to our girls swim team. And big thanks to Coach Anderson and Coach Brown for trying to organize things and making sure that the kids have a great experience. We're excited for our new pool coming next year for our girls swim team, but for the remainder of this year, they're just going to continue working their tails off and getting better for the regional and state tournament. Some of our other results we had, as we talked about, we had Big East Central games last week. On Thursday, our volleyball team hosted Central in the Thunderdome. It was maybe one of the best crowds that we've ever had in the Thunderdome as far as just the number of kids. They were loud, they were fun, and our student section was packed. I think it literally was probably the best crowd I've ever seen in the Thunderdome for a volleyball game, and we hope that happens again this weekend when we host Campbell County and Thunder Basin. But just an unbelievable atmosphere for our girls. It was senior night, so our crowd showed out. Thunderbird Nation showed out to support the girls, and then also cheered them on to a big win over Central, winning 3-0 again. So for 2 weeks in a row, they were able to beat their crosstown rival in a sweep, and they're doing some good things. We're excited for what the volleyball team has done this year, and excited for what they're going to do at the regional and state tournament coming up in a few weeks. And so a big congratulations to our girls volleyball team for their win over Central, and just a super, super job by Thunderbird Nation in showing up and rocking the Thunderdome. It was an awesome, fun night for everybody. And then, as everybody knows, we rounded out our week with the East Central football game at Oakey Blanchard Stadium, and holy cow, was that a blast. Once again, we had construction. Our theme was construction, and people came to work. It was awesome. Our crowd was unbelievable, and you can see that in some of the photos that are being shown now. It was a great football game, a great high school football game. Thunderbirds came out and scored quickly and took the lead, and then had to kind of battle back, face some adversity in the first half, and Central took the lead into the halftime, and then came out and had a great second half and did some really good things, and came away with a big 33-27 victory against Central to continue that winning streak and to keep our trophy, and just a super fun night once again. It was a East Triad night. In addition to a great football game, we had our faculty and staff appreciation night. So they went out there and made a tunnel for the football team, and we introduced them, and they gave the kids high fives. So that was awesome. And then after the first quarter, we recognized the East Triad youth football teams who have had a great year this year. Nobody has more youth football teams than the East Triad. They do a great job, and the coaches that volunteer do a great job of getting those kids ready for the next level at the junior high and high school. And then it was really fun. We recognized Cary Junior High, their 7th and 8th grade football teams, as well as the Cary cheerleaders. And so there's not a lot of programs that have junior high cheerleader, and Coach Brooke Smith has done an unbelievable job and built that program along with Coach Malazzo and Macabre, and that coaching staff has done absolutely amazing. And so we have a ton of Cary Junior High cheerleaders. And then the Cary football team, they had an undefeated season at the 8th grade level. They outscored their opponents 260-0, which was crazy. And then our 7th grade football team went 5-2. And they split with Laramie and split with McCormick and finished their season with a big win over McCormick to finish second in the conference. And so what we like to do at East High School with the football program is reload, and that definitely is the case with those junior high kids coming up. So congratulations to them for a great season.
Hey guys, so for this week's schedule, on Thursday we have our freshman football team. They go to Laramie at 4. And then we have our freshman volleyball versus Central at 4 and 5 at the Thunderdome. And then on Friday, we have our conference cross country at Gillette. We also have our girls swim and dive team at the Gillette pre-invite. And then we have our sophomore football at Kelly Walsh at 3. Following that, we have our varsity football at Kelly Walsh at 7. And then we have volleyball versus Campbell County at 4, 5, and 6 at the Thunderdome. And then we have Saturday, we have our girls swim and dive team at Gillette Invite. And then we have our volleyball versus Thunder Basin at 10, 11, and 12 at East. Good luck to all these teams and athletes, and see you next week.
Okay, guys, we're back. We're excited to have Gavin Goff on from our football team. Well, welcome, and thanks for being on the show, Gav.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Sid's going to go ahead and start, and we're going to go through some questions for you.
So, hey, Gavin, what are your favorite hobbies or interests outside of sports?
I'm a pretty big guy in video games. Get pretty competitive with those and all my friends, and I'm starting to get into a lot of movies, especially more scary movies, thrillers. Those are pretty exciting.
Oh,
Nice. What's the scariest movie you've seen?
It's called Sinister. It's a horror movie.
Oh,
It's
no,
about this
thank you.
guy
I'm too much of a sissy for horror movies right now. Halloween's coming up though, so there's a new Halloween coming out. I know at the big screen.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one.
Awesome. And what's your favorite video game? Since we're talking about that,
It's got to be Fortnite. I've been playing it forever. It's a great game. It's fun.
I do know that you play Fortnite because I hear you yelling with my son Garrett,
Yeah,
and I hate
constantly.
Fortnite, and I want to kill you guys half the time when you play it.
Fortnite? Oh, my gosh.
So, what are the other sports? What other sports do you play, and what is your favorite sport?
Well, football is my favorite sport, and then outside of football, I really enjoy basketball, and then I've done track because it's something that our coaches ask us to do to be a multi-sport athlete, and I actually enjoyed track last year, and so I think I'll do it again.
Good, that's fun, and we do. We love our multi-sport athletes. We love people being involved as much as possible, and our you and Sydney and all of our and Jenna and most of our athletes do a great job of supporting our school and being multi-sport athletes. So we really appreciate that.
Yeah. So, kind of an easy question. What's your favorite color?
Blue.
Blue.
White,
Blue.
and black.
Love it.
Nice.
Our
Love
blue.
it. Yeah,
Good.
exactly. Our blue. Exactly. I love it. Do you have a coach or an athlete that you look up to as a role model?
So like I can think of two athletes in particular. So one guy that I liked like how he is as a person. He came through East a while ago. His name was Race Phibbs, and he was really friendly with my dad, and my dad made sure that I was around him a lot, and I just really looked up to him and how he treated people. And then athletically, Alex Stratton. He set some records back when he was at East, and those are kind of what I got my sights set on, and so.
Absolutely. And speaking of that, you mentioned your dad. Gav's dad is our head football coach. How is that sometimes? I know I know that I've seen part of it, but is it difficult having your dad also be the head coach for football while you're playing quarterback for him?
Yeah, it's a little tough because I think most high schoolers can relate to this. Sometimes when your dad says something to you, it doesn't really matter what he says. It just kind of rubs you in the wrong way. So it's tough to kind of keep that in check on the sideline because during a game it's not father son, it's got to be player coach, and so that's something that it's kind of a extra challenge that me and him kind of have.
Yeah, without a doubt. And I can tell from the outside looking in, you both done an amazing job, and you're pretty humble. It's a hard position you're put in sometimes, and you have to kind of go above and beyond. And I know people sometimes are critical of things like that, and you've done an amazing job your entire high school career, and you're really your entire career playing sports, dealing with that. So super job to you.
Thank you.
What do you like of being like a part of a team?
It's just I've always enjoyed team sports more. It's just something, the wins feel better. It's being with other guys the most of the time, just going to practice every day. You feel like a part of something, and it's really cool to be a part of something like a football team or a basketball team.
Cool.
Yeah.
I agree. Okay, here's an easy one for you. Who's your favorite Marvel superhero? Or it can just be your favorite superhero in general. It doesn't have to be Marvel.
I'd have to say Iron Man, and there's a couple reasons. One was when we were younger, everyone kind of always picked theirs, and I never liked picking ones that everyone else liked, and so Iron Man was a little left out. And then I like how he's kind of like a normal guy that, obviously he's got the suit and everything, but he's a normal human, so it's kind of like something that if you really wanted to, you could be Iron Man,
Oh,
I like it.
That's
I
a good
like
answer.
it. That is a good answer.
What's your favorite part about competing?
That's a good question. Winning is obviously the goal, but just like that feeling you get right before the game starts, like the national anthem, how it feels like the longest song in the world, and just like those goosebumps you get when they're introducing the teams, and then finally you kind of get in a mode when you're playing, and it's like nothing else is happening around you. It's just you and the game, and that's got to be my favorite part.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
That's cool.
That's good. Do you have a favorite sports quote?
I'm sure that I could rattle off a bunch. I couldn't tell you who it's by. I've got a poem that has kind of been involved with lifting and football for a long time, something that my dad showed me. It's called Man in the Glass, and that's something that's always kind of stuck with me. That's one that I always go back to,
That's awesome. That's good stuff.
Yeah. How have you learned about teamwork from being like a part of your team?
I think I've learned that, everyone responds to criticism in a different way, and if you want a team that's going to be successful, you got to try to mix and match all the parts. And I think that's the biggest thing I've learned is what it takes to take a bunch of individuals and bring them together as a squad,
Yep, without a doubt, without a doubt. How does this team make you a better player?
Well, dude, I'm surrounded by athletes, so many. So obviously your son, Garrett, he's unreal. He's been my guy this year that I throw to, and it's not that I'm looking for him every play. It's just he's there making plays. Drew is surprising me with how athletic he is. I've got two outsides with Jacob and Hayden that are they're great athletes, and they've really been putting in the work. And then I can't not mention my offensive line, just 5 kids that have really just been putting in the work. They get everything done. No one really sees it on Friday nights, but what they're doing is probably the most special out of what's going on with our team right now.
Yeah, I'd agree. I used to coach football, and the O-line never gets any of the credit. They're not in the newspaper a ton, but the only time every championship team, the reason they win is because of the offensive line, And then you also have a good running back in Cade Pugh, who when
absolutely.
I think about the offensive line, then he's a bruiser who makes a huge difference as well. So
Yeah.
that's a great answer. And yep, great kids. And I've been lucky enough to be around all you guys, and probably one of the most hardworking group of kids I've seen. You guys started in 7th grade or before then, have been working hard ever since. So kudos to you guys.
Yeah, that's amazing. Who is your favorite professional team? Any sport?
The Cowboys. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan.
Cowboys.
It's tough.
Mm.
They lose a lot.
I don't know. They're pretty good this year.
Also, right now I'm kind of big on the Bucks just because I'm a big Tom Brady fan.
Oh yeah, I agree.
I watched a documentary on him one time, and ever since then I've just been Tom Brady this, Tom Brady that. Yeah.
Well, you guys wouldn't know this, but now that you can make bets and things in Wyoming, and you're not old enough yet, but I am.
Yeah.
I lost on the Bucks. I took the Bucks in the Monday night game or in the Sunday night game, and they did not cover the spread.
They ain't covered the spread. Yeah.
So just a little advice: don't ever gamble.
Okay.
What was the last gift you gave someone?
So for my dad's birthday, we tried to get him a snowblower because he's always talked about how he thinks they're pretty cool.
He's
and
getting old too.
Yeah, and he likes to shovel a lot of people's sidewalks, and so we thought he could do even more with the snowblower, but he denied it, so didn't do that. So I'd say the last gift is I bought my girlfriend some flowers for our 2-year, and then I took her out to dinner and stuff.
That's pretty good.
Pretty nice.
Yeah, pretty nice.
What is your favorite jam right now? Like, what's on your playlist?
That's a good one. Probably the song I've listened to the most right now is Rocketeer. It's by Far East Movement. It's just kind of like an older song that I remember from when I was younger. My playlist is a lot of hip hop and rap. I'm a big Lil Uzi Vert fan.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
See, I don't even know who that is. That's good. What do you want to do in college?
So I'm looking into like the opportunities that like playing sports after high school, but right now I've kind of put that in the back burner because I'm an East T-Bird, and I think I owe it to my team to be invested in them. As for a major, I'd say accounting is what I'm really looking into. I've always kind of enjoyed working with numbers and money. I don't know. I want to do something with money. I don't really understand the stock market, but it's something I really do want to understand, and so I think something like accounting would be the thing for me.
Good. That's fun.
Who would win in a fight between Spider-Man and Batman?
I'm gonna say Batman because he's kind of like Iron Man. One thing I noticed is when I watched that Batman versus Superman movie, he kind of like almost studied Superman, and I think that Batman comes into that fight knowing what Spider-Man can do, and I think Batman comes out on top.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good battle. That's interesting. I like to hear those answers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else, Sid?
I think that's it. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks so much for being on the show, Gav. We appreciate it, and good luck this week.
Thank you
good
guys
luck.
so much.
Yeah, thanks. Hey guys, so our next segment we have Mrs. Rail with Tell Me Something Good.
Good morning, East High School. Today's Tell Me Something Good begins with Thunderbird football volunteer coach Rainey. This is Coach Rainey's 3rd year volunteering. He played at UW, and when he was finished, he contacted Coach Goff about volunteering. Coach Goff says Coach Rainey never misses and is passionate about kids and making them better, and most importantly, is a great human being. As if that's not enough, Coach Rainey has another talent that some of our football players have been enjoying. He hand paints and custom details and designs shoes. We were blown away by his talent and wanted to share some of his amazing work with you all. Thank you, Coach Rainey, and thanks for helping to make East High School so great for kids. Our second Tell Me Something Good this morning is Miss Michaela Trujillo. Michaela is one of the kindest and most caring young ladies around. She has a smile that lights up the room and an attitude that is contagious to everyone around her. This nominating teacher says Michaela sees the best in everyone she associates with. This teacher says having Michaela in class is an honor and something he looks forward to every other day. Coach Rainey and Michaela, thank you for what you do to make East High a great place to be. Have a great week, everyone, and remember, be good to people.
Thank you, Miss Rail, and that's Tell Me Something Good. We'd like to welcome Jenna Merritt to the show.
Hi.
Hey, Jenna, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. We have some questions for you. It's kind of rapid fire questions, and you can answer what if you have an answer to them, that's great. And if you don't, that's great too. And we'll go ahead and let Sid start, and we'll just kind of take turns.
Okay.
So, what are your favorite hobbies or interests outside of sports?
Well, I'm involved in Skills USA, so I'm really interested in healthcare and health occupation stuff, which is what I do for them. I'm also a writer, so I enjoy writing a lot, and photography.
Wow, that's really cool. That's really cool. So, do you play any sports other than volleyball?
I play softball, and volleyball is basically the main one that I do, though.
How was softball being the first year last year? Was that fun?
It was a lot of fun. The girls are super nice, and I enjoyed the coaching a lot. So
Cool. Well, here's an easy one for you. What is your favorite color?
blue.
Blue. That's
blue.
good. That's a good answer.
Yeah, good answer. Do you have a favorite coach or athlete that you look up to as a role model?
Coach Quigley is definitely someone that I look up to. I've had her for 4 years, so she's definitely a big impact on my life.
Cool.
That's awesome.
What are some of the reasons you like being a part of a team and playing a team sport?
Definitely coming together as a family. It's definitely more than a team. It's like you have a bunch of sisters pretty much. So that's something I really enjoy about being on a team sport.
Yeah, you can rely on them and stuff.
Exactly.
Oh, that's good. So kind of a different question. Who is your favorite Marvel superhero?
I would have to say Black Widow. She's just such a strong, influential female role model. So
Black Widow, pretty good.
Yeah.
One of my new favorite shows.
yes, it's very good.
That's good. What is the best part about competing?
Definitely the adrenaline rush you get right before you step onto the court. That is definitely something that I enjoy a lot.
That's
Cool,
good.
cool.
Do you have a favorite sports quote?
I do not.
No favorite sports quote, huh?
No.
That's okay. There's a lot of them out there. Maybe with you being a writer, maybe you can write one.
Maybe.
Perfect. How have you learned about teamwork from being on this team?
Definitely how to work through issues. So our team has had some problems this year with bickering and just being at each other's throats. So it's definitely a learning curve to get through that.
Good.
What do you learn from your teammates?
Just how to be a good person, how to be involved with as much as you can, and just have a good time pretty much.
Yeah, it's
That's
all about
good.
having fun. It goes fast.
Yes, it does.
Here's an easy one for you. Who is your favorite professional team at any sport?
Definitely the Seahawks. I'm a huge
Seahawks.
Oh,
Seahawks
Seahawks.
fan.
Russell
Yeah.
Wilson fan?
All the way.
Have you ever heard of Jim Zorn or Steve Largent?
I have not.
Those are some big time Seahawks
Yeah.
from back in the day.
Yeah.
You're way too young for them.
What was the last gift you have gave someone?
Oh, geez. I gave my dad socks for his birthday, so I think that would be the last one that I gave somebody.
Dads
Socks.
always get socks.
Yes, they
Yeah.
He specifically asked for them, so
I'm not afraid to get a good pair of socks. What is your favorite jam? What's on your playlist right now?
my favorite song at the moment is Monster by Justin Bieber and Shawn Mendes. It just has a really strong message, so
Good.
Are you a Justin Bieber fan?
sometimes, I mean, it
Yeah.
depends. His music kind of bounces around, so it depends on the music.
Yeah, I agree.
I have Bieber fever most of the time.
Yeah.
What do you want to do in college?
I want to study biology. I want to be a doctor, so pre-med and biology major. Possibly play some sports, depending. We don't know about that one yet, but yeah.
Nice.
Okay, here's a tough one for you. Who would win in a fight between Spider-Man and Batman?
I would say Spider-Man, possibly because I'm a Marvel fan, not a DC fan, but also he's just a little bit more cunning than Batman, and he has actual superpowers, and Batman is just a rich man, so.
And Spider-Man's cute?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that influences it a bit.
Yeah, okay. Okay, that's good. Well, great. Well, we really appreciate you being on the show, and that's some good insight on Jenna Merritt and our volleyball team, and thanks so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Hey guys, so we are very excited to have Mr. Haggerty, our East High Assistant Principal and Activities Director, to the show.
Hey, Mr. Haggerty, how are you doing?
Good. How about you?
Good. So
Great to be here.
thanks so much for being on the show. You're our first principal. We're going to be highlighting our 4 principals over the next 4 episodes. So congratulations on being number 1.
I like it that way.
That's perfect.
Make sure you make Miss Hughes number 4.
Exactly. I like it. So we're going to have some questions for you, obviously, and Sid's going to go ahead and start with that.
So, Mr. Haggerty, how long have you been a principal?
So this would be I started back in 2004. So this would be my 17th year as a principal. So I started off as an assistant principal back in the day, back in North Carolina, at Jack Britt, and then I was a middle school principal for 3 years, and that was long enough. Then I became a high school principal at Terry Sanford. Then I moved out to Colorado. I was a principal in Douglas County for about 3 years, and then I went into some consulting. Didn't really like that too much, and then tried the elementary world for a little while and did that about 3 years, and then moved up to Cheyenne, and here I am, and I'm loving every minute of it. So
Nice.
it's great.
Well, that's
That's
great.
cool.
Well, we're super excited to have you here, and it's been fun so far in this early part of the year. I'm going to combine because I know a little bit, but what brought you to Cheyenne, and do you have family, kids?
So my girlfriend, Debbie, brought me to Cheyenne. She's a kindergarten teacher out at Gilcrest Elementary. Kindergarten teacher, we emphasize that. And no, I don't have any kids. She has 3 kids, 3 boys. 2 unfortunately are at Central, but that's okay.
That's okay.
They love it there, and one's a little bit older. But so far it's been great. I've enjoyed every minute. I do have a dog, Yogi, and she has Zeus and Thor, so we have lots of activity inside the house.
That's
Yes.
for sure. That's for sure.
Awesome. Kind of an easy question. What's your favorite color?
It would be blue, matter of fact.
we
Not
love
just
it.
because I go to East.
Love it.
Blue is it, right? Especially
Yeah.
Carolina blue, right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's solid.
That we love it. We love it.
Yeah.
That's been kind of been the winning choice so far with all of our interviews.
It is.
Yeah.
You probably stopped the interview if it said red and black, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm done.
Exactly. So Mr. Haggerty, what do you like most about Cheyenne, and what do you like most about Cheyenne East High School?
Cheyenne, actually, the traffic. It
Yeah,
is
that's
nice.
true.
When I
That's
was
true, coming from
living in
Colorado.
Lone Tree, just to go 30 miles to work, it would take me about, on a good day, 45 minutes.
Oh my
Holy
god.
cow!
On a bad day, if there's an accident like an I-70 or something, it would probably take me a little over an hour.
Wow.
And on the whole, when I came home every night, I had to take E470, so I paid the toll just because it was easier.
Yeah.
Slower pace is nice here. It is nice. It's not as small as people say it is. I think it's a decent size. And Cheyenne East it's just been a wonderful place. I told Mr. Mirich just a few weeks ago, we were outside because we watched the parking lot area because my office is back there in the Terra Dome, about how nice it's been to be here. Just how working with the people that are here. And I mean that. I don't just say it to say it. I mean, it's been really pleasant. It's been nice. People are supportive. They like to talk. They like to look through things, and they're very friendly about things. They're very empathetic, and it's nice to be around. I'm actually really happy being here. It was a big change. It was a big choice for me to make. And every minute, every day here, it's been wonderful.
That's
It's
good.
been great.
That's
We're
great.
glad you're here.
We are
Thank you.
glad you're here, and I can say that you've been here for a short time, but we feel super fortunate to have you, and it's been really fun having you here at East High School.
Thank you so much.
Now, a different question. Who is your favorite superhero?
So here's a great thing about that. I was looking over there, looking at a sheet. I have a couple maybe, but probably here's a story. I like Superman. And the funny thing was back in the day when I was at Jack Britt High School, it's inner city type, it's a huge school, great school, wonderful. But we'd have fights because we'd have 2,800 kids in a school.
Oh, gee.
And so one day I had to jump over a desk and save a girl out of the way. And
Oh my.
and next day she actually gave me a Superman cape because she called me her Superman.
I like it.
And
That is-
because I saved her because it had nothing to do with her and whatever. And I've always been a Superman, Batman type of person. Probably see Superman while I'm at school and Batman while I'm home.
Oh,
I like it. I like it. And you, of course, you of course probably remember Superman, Christopher Reeve as Superman. right?
Yes, I do.
Nobody besides you and I listening to this podcast, and Sydney definitely does, has no idea who that is.
Right. So I struggle with all the new Supermen.
yeah.
I struggle with, even though it's more recent, Batman, and how they've changed the Dark Knight, and now it's Ben Affleck, and I just can't roll that way. Yeah. So I get it. I
Gotcha.
do.
So are you MCU or DC? The MCU universe or DC?
Probably more of a DC.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of old school.
It is.
Yeah.
I am a little bit older.
Yeah. You're still doing pretty good. So tell us, what is one of the most challenging things about being a principal?
God, that's a great question. I think that to me, the most challenging piece is trying to find the right solution for each person, because it's going to be different, right?
Sure.
So each individual, each student, each teacher has a different way about them, a different way they do things, situations in their life, and trying to make the right call on it is tough. It's tough because sometimes you just have to go with it, and you're hoping that it's going to work out. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't. So that would be the toughest part, is trying to making sure that you get the right fit, the right choice, because a lot of things that we do will make a significant difference with them. You can make or break people in this position.
Yeah.
And that took me a long time to figure that out, because I used to be a very hardcore, let's do it this way, and I've learned to be much more empathetic and much more sincere in my decisions of what I do. It's not the time you spend or the stuff that you do at the extracurricular. That's nothing. It's those choices you have to make, and because you do affect people's lives.
Yeah, and you have to deal with a lot of different situations.
You do.
Yeah.
You do.
Well, good. Well,
tough.
thank you.
What is your favorite song, and what is on your playlist right now?
Do I have a favorite song? Well, I did go see Mr. 305, Mr. Worldwide this weekend.
yes.
Yes, I did. Yes, I
Holy
did.
crap.
I went and saw him Pitbull this weekend, though. It's not my favorite artist. That is Debbie's. I went and sacrificed my soul to that. I liked him. He was
That's
really
awesome.
good. He was top. He was top line. I'm a little bit all over the place, but I'm more of a hard rock. I do like Slipknot. All right, but
Nice.
Volbeat's more my thing. I really don't have any specific song. I'm a little bit all over the place. But yeah, I would say I'm more of a hard rock guy,
Nice.
things like that. Back in the day, back in the early 90s when rap was rap, that's when we were all coming up,
Exactly.
we would listen to that stuff. But I mean, yeah, I'm all over the place, like pop, like I said. And like Iggy Azalea was his opening act.
Good.
I will just leave it there at that. But yeah, I'm all over the place, but more of a rock guy.
Nice.
But I do go see a Pitbull, and I have seen Taylor Swift. I would say she's the second best concert I've ever seen.
What concert did you go to?
The one at a Mile High a few years ago, back in
Her Reputation one?
Reputation
Oh, yeah,
one.
that was good. With the snakes coming
with the
out.
snakes and all that
Yeah.
stuff. That was legit. But the
Lucky.
best concert I've ever seen is Garth Brooks. I saw that at Mile High with 90,000 people. Legit.
Yeah.
Legit. But Taylor Swift would be number 2.
Number 2.
Nice.
Pitbull would probably be in my top 5 right now.
That's got to be good. Yeah.
Everyone was going crazy for him.
He was good. He is well worth going to see.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I have a great Garth Brooks story. I'll make it fast. But so I'm in college at the University of Wyoming. It's a Friday afternoon. We don't know what we're going to do that night. Someone's like, hey, this guy Garth Brooks is going to be playing at the Arena Auditorium. And we're like, oh, let's go check it out. So we go there. There's a bomb threat. They make everybody leave. We have no idea who Garth Brooks is. We go back to the concert. We watch it. He comes out on his for his encore, rips off his shirt. He's wearing a Wyoming football jersey. We play BYU the next day. He's gets everyone crazy. Best concert I ever saw, just like you said. And then I don't even know, 2 months later, he's just huge.
Yep.
Just huge.
He's unreal.
Yeah.
I mean, he played for 4 hours straight,
Oh, my
and I swear we could have listened to him for another 6.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's how good he is.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't even have to like country music, and
He
you
just
would
gets
love
you
Garth
going.
Brooks. Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was-
And then showmanship is Taylor Swift number 2 by far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's good stuff.
Yep.
Okay. Who is your favorite sports team?
I'm a New York Yankees guy, and I'm a New York Giants guy, even though we finally won our first game.
Yeah.
I have this, going back to my Yankees, I have a gigantic picture I should put up in my office of the 100 greatest Yankees of all time. It's painted.
Nice.
So I am from Central New York, born and bred there. And so I'm a Yankees Giants guy. I'm not a Jets guy, and I'm not a Mets guy. All right. My mom's a Buffalo Bills one, whatever.
Well, she's loving life right now.
Yeah, she's loving life. But yeah, probably the Yankees number 1, Giants right there.
Nice.
Nice.
We do have an ex-East High student playing for the Mets right now, Brandon Nimmo.
Oh, okay.
One of the best, most amazing kids ever to come out of East High School.
We'll
And
let
he's-
it go.
He's been tearing it up for the Mets,
Nice.
so that we do root for them once occasionally.
On occasion.
Oh, what was the last gift you gave someone?
Oh, wow.
Tough questions.
Let me see. What did I give Debbie? I think I got her. So I like gift giving. I believe the last gift I got her was I got a new perfume. I did buy her that because she really was never a big perfume person until she met me. So I did buy her some new perfume. I do buy her jewelry quite a bit.
Your girlfriend?
My girlfriend Debbie,
Yeah.
from Pandora, here and there. But yeah, it was definitely that.
Nice.
So it was good.
Nice.
Chanel.
You can't go wrong
Chanel
with that.
Pink.
You can't go
Oh.
wrong with that.
Yep.
Nice.
Okay. Do you have a favorite mentor that has been an important part of your life and career?
Yeah. So I would say back when I started becoming assistant principal, Conrad Lopes, he was at Jack Britt High School. He'd been there. He was at 71st High School. You guys wouldn't know where this is. This is in Fayetteville, North Carolina, Fort Bragg. And so that was about 2,600 kids there. A little rough inner city. Get the Jack Britt brand new, beautiful crystal, like the Crystal Palace. And I just learned so much from him about, scheduling and discipline and people and scheduling and just life in general, but how to be a good administrator and what to look for. And I got to do a lot of traveling and things like that with him. So I would say Conrad, he's been a big influence. I still talk to him today. And he's been a great influence for me going forward.
That's great. Yeah. Okay, back with the superheroes. Yes. Who would win in a fight between Captain America and Iron Man?
Wow.
We bring the tough questions on.
They made a movie about it. They did. Captain America's, pretty much invincible. I mean, Iron Man went down here recently in the last movie, right? I would probably put my cash flow on Captain America. I mean, you can wager in Wyoming now. So,
we talked about that.
You can. So I'd probably go with Captain America. I mean, Iron Man's there, but, Captain America is, the household name.
Yeah, he's the first Avenger.
He is.
Well, we are super excited you're here, and welcome to the T-Bird family.
Well, thank you. It's been great. I enjoyed this. I could do this all the time right here. This is wonderful.
Thanks so much. That's a good insight for our listeners to learn a little bit about you, and great job. And like Sid said, we're super excited that you're part of our T-Bird family.
Awesome. It's great to be here. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Hey guys, we're back with Grayson's Giggles. Grayson, give us your joke.
Hey guys, so today's joke is, what's Forrest Gump's Facebook password?
Okay, what's Forrest Gump's Facebook password? What is it?
1 Forrest 1.
Oh. That's a good one. Good job, Grayson, and thanks for the joke of the day.
Yeah, no problem. See you next time.
See ya.
So this wraps up another episode of T-Bird Talk. We're sorry we missed you last week. We're going to be expanding and doing some different things as we've talked about. We had the principals, the administrators introduction this week with Mr. Haggerty. He's legit. He's awesome. We can't wait to, we're so happy he's a part of the T-Bird family and can't wait to introduce our other principals. And then we're going to start a coaches corner as well, so you can meet our coaches, not only our head coaches, but our assistant coaches. And we can't wait to see everybody and to talk to everybody next week. And great job to all of our teams and best of luck to everybody participating this weekend. And go T-Birds.
So see you guys later. And until next time, T-Birds out.